All right, all right. Hey, we are back again with another comp plan review. Good old Melaleuca is up today.
Yeah.
If you don't know who we are, we're Val and Sunny Walton, trainers, coaches, mentors in the network marketing, affiliate marketing space. We have a coaching program and self-paced training program called a Profitpreneur. And so we will drop the relevant links down below in the description once we finish this video. Let me get all of the audio together first, and then we'll get into it. Ready?
Yeah. So now this is a little different from what we've been doing so far, because so far we've done companies that, like we said, it's third party. We don't have any vested interest in the company whatsoever. And we'd never been in any of the companies we did a comp plan on before. However, with Melaleuca, it's different. We have been in that company before. We are not in it. We are fully well outside of our contractual agreement with them of mentioning anything about them. So we're good to go. So we're going to cover this comp plan, and we've had, actual experience with this particular comp plan and knowing how it works. This is the company where during the pandemic, we went into this finally having the skills that we now teach to people. We took those skills and we applied them to Melaleuca. In the same way we've taken those skills and applied them to affiliate marketing and coaching and memberships and courses, and it all works. So it just goes to prove it's not necessarily the company, it's the skills that you have in place and the system you have in place, which we also will talk about when it comes to Melaleuca, to make sure that you are able to hit your goals and achieve what you want. But yeah, so we came into that company during the pandemic, like just before. So we had no idea that the pandemic was going to hit. But it's a good thing that we came in when we did, started building up some traction, because during that time when everybody else was, suffering financially, we were actually making more and more and more money. So it's really cool how all of that panned out. And again, it just goes to show if you got the right skills, not even the economy can hold you back. Not even a global health crisis can hold you back from being able to earn great commissions. So do I attribute the success to being in the right company? No. We could have been in any other company, and we've proven it. We've gone in other companies and done even better than we did here in Melaleuca. So it's not the company, it is the skills in the system. Okay. So with all of that being said, we can, I guess, jump right in. It's been a while, so we have to, it's been 3 years.
Yeah.
So I can barely remember what the site even looks like or where the comp plan and stuff is, but it should be on their site. We'll see. There's their site. There's the comp plan.
Flipping book. Is this what they use to store their stuff? Oh, they didn't they use this for their magazine sort of
Flipping
thing?
book.
The catalog,
Actually,
right?
yeah. So let's see what's here. Now, also, before we open this up, let's also go and take a look at Melaleuca's site and see if they are in FTC compliance. And then we'll stop sharing for a second so I can say this one other thing before I forget.
No.
Yeah. Okay. All right. For legal reasons, I'm going to say this. Okay. According to Melaleuca, they are not a multi-level marketing company. They are not an MLM, according to Melaleuca. Okay. I don't want nobody trying to come after us legally. Okay. I'm saying what I'm saying based on, and as we've done with all the videos, we're saying what we're saying based on the information that we see from the company.
Yeah.
Right now, we have our own professional opinions and personal opinions that we add to it. But that doesn't mean that we're trying to give you advice on what company to join and what not to join. We don't care what company you join. What we care about is whether or not you have success once you join that company based on the skills and the system, which we provide inside of Profitpreneur for people that need and want that. Okay, so that's our whole deal. But yeah, they claim to not be a multi-level marketing company. They do have a compensation plan, though, that pays on multiple levels. But that's all I'm gonna say about that.
All right. So,
and honestly, multi-level marketing is not a thing. It's MLM is a pay structure. It's not really an industry or a company even. It's a method of payment. It's how you get paid. So whatever. Anyway, sure. Let me get a bite of this salad.
So taking a look at their website. Looks similar to how I remember, but the colors have slightly changed.
It's slightly more updated than what we used to see. Child, that was a damn mess. Look, let me tell y'all, my personal opinion, with their website looks so old.
Yeah.
That joint looked like something out of the 1980s, and it wasn't even the internet available to us then. That's how bad it was.
I remember there was a bunch of boxes everywhere.
Yeah.
So this is more simplified.
And then it had like the woods in the background. But this little like moving banner and stuff, that's cool.
Okay. He's doing the world rowing record.
Again?
Is it again? Oh yeah, he did a thing in the office. Is this a new one?
Performance pack.
Okay. All right.
We'll see, Chair.
You might want to check that out.
When Frank gonna sit down. So I'm just kidding. All right. So
all right. So this income statistics, we'll hold that for later.
Okay.
I don't see anything for compensation.
Maybe because the FTC requires MLMs to have that on their website. And so since they're not considered to be an MLM, that's a self-proclaimed thing, that they actually have a document about with, lawmakers and stuff on it that also claim that they're not MLM and all that. That's a whole nother story, I guess. But yeah, maybe that's why they don't have it on their site.
Maybe.
Yeah, this looks way better than what it used to look like. It's much cleaner.
Yeah, I don't see the comp plan. So
okay, no worries. We found it. But this same family on the cover 3 years ago when we were on.
Cool.
I'm curious to know if anything's changed with their comp plan, because I think we joined maybe a year or two after they had made some major changes in our favor for a comp plan. So,
all right, so we flip the flipping book.
Flipping. Blah.
All right, this
where
is
damn money at. Blah. Okay, right. Commissions. Now we talking.
Okay, I want to see just this one page. Can I do that or not?
There you go.
Okay. All right, so first off, commissions. You earn commissions from customers who were enrolled by you and 2 enrolled by others. You are paid commissions when customers in your marketing organization, that's spelled.
That's the European way to spell it.
Okay.
Even though this is in Utah, but okay.
Okay. Maybe someone else wrote this. Purchase products from Melaleuca. You are paid commissions when customers in your marketing organization purchase product from Melaleuca. Okay. Mm-hmm. The commissions are calculated based on how many product points each customer purchases in a given month.
Yep. So once again, we're looking at another health and wellness company. We just looked at one yesterday. So we're looking at this one, once again, based on product points. And just to be clear, most companies or many companies who have product that they sell and they sell it in different countries, we'll do that. So just like it was described in the comp plan that we did yesterday with partner.co, where the guy explained, because there's different currency in different places worth different amounts, they will base a product on points as opposed to on dollars versus, I don't know, euros or whatever, right? So that kind of helps you to be able to easily calculate how much you would earn without having to do a bunch of, conversions.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see.
So you got customers enrolled by you, product. So there's a lot to this. So first is a product introduction commission. So when you enroll a customer, a lot of typos.
Well, that's a typo. Nah, got 2 L's in there. Somebody just can't spell check.
When you enroll a customer,
y'all make too much money to be having these typos.
When you enroll a customer, you will receive 50% of product points on purchases in the customer's first month of enrollment. Personal customer commissions. Beginning with the customer's second month, the commission you receive on your customer will depend on how many active, personally enrolled customers you have during that month. So not the ones that you acquire in that month, but how much total that you have in that particular month that, these new people are coming in. And so I guess cumulatively overall, it looks like you want to get to have at least 20 personally enrolled customers in order to get the max of 20%. This is ongoing commission for your personally enrolled customers. Right. So first level customers that are yours, you can get up to 20%, depending on, this chart tells you how many customers you need to have to get this percentage.
Yeah. So, well, I'll let you finish that and then we'll break it down some more.
Okay. Organization commissions. After you have enrolled your first customer, you will receive 7% of product points on purchases by customers who were enrolled by others in your organization. The number of generations your commissions are paid on depends on your commission rate. Marketing executives are paid on 2 generations. Marketing executive 2 paid on 3. Marketing executive 3 are paid on 4 generations, and directors and above are paid on 7 generations.
I forgot there were marketing executives, Chad. I've surpassed that so fast, Chad. Okay, so breakdown. Here's how you get paid, Chad. Okay. You got your product introduction commission is basically a new customer. Their first order, first month, you're going to get 50% of whatever the points were. Now with Melaleuca, they require you to buy a pack. From what I remember in 2020, they required you to buy a pack. They have 3 different packs. One was for $99, one was for $199, and one was for $299, if I'm not mistaken. Don't know if that's still the case. I guess we'll see within the comp plan. So if they purchase that, then there's a certain amount of points that went towards that, and you get 50% of the points. So I think it's pretty much for every $2, it's a point. So for the $99 pack, that was 50 points. For the $199 pack, that was 100 points. And for the $299 pack, that was 150 points. I'm pretty sure that was right. So you would get a 50% commission on whatever the point amount is. Now, after they've bought that first month, so let's say you started in January, like we did. So you started in January, that first month, you get 50% of whatever all those folks bought, because anybody that came in that month would be new because you were new, you just joined, right? So that would be that. But then starting February and beyond, ain't no more 50% for those people, right? You only get 50% when it's a new customer, their first order in that month, right? So what?
So you had the $99 pack, which was 50 points. So 50%, you would get paid on 20.
You get $25
commission for the $100. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So so every month moving forward, how much you get paid depends on how many active customers you've personally enrolled yourself. Now, here was my thought process coming into this. I'm like, what do I need to max out the comp plan? And so when I say max out the comp plan, this is what I mean. How many people do I have to personally enroll into the business for me to be able to earn the most I can earn from the comp plan, right? So I saw that it was 20. I was like, great, I'm going for 20. And in the first month, I think we did 12 or 13. It was one of those. So I was already beyond halfway there. And that's what you kind of want to do. Part of looking at the comp plan is not only knowing how much you get paid, but it will help you to make a logical, strategic plan to earn money here. So, but if you don't know your comp plan, how you going to do that? You just going to go based on whatever your sponsor said? Because a lot of times not even the sponsor understands the damn comp plan. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when we brought people in, we could break down this comp plan down. What's Ray J say? Break it down like a fraction, chair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I studied everything about this comp plan, all in and out. So far it still looks the same. But anyway, so yeah, you want to come in, the percentage that you get paid, the difference between a 7% commission and a 20% commission is almost 3 times the difference. Mm-hmm. So it's like going to a job and saying, I know you want to pay me this amount, but I'm good with a third of that. Who's going to say that? Yeah. Right? So why bring in 1 to 7? So I was, my first month, I was a little nervous. I wasn't sure if people were going to join me or not. So I wasn't really active with promotion in the way that I knew I could be, but even not like putting my pedal to the metal, I still had, we still had 12 or 13, one of those. So that's how that gets paid. So yeah, you want to bring in your front line right away. You want to personally bring in people right away. Then your organization. Now you get paid depending on what level you are, right? So we were looking to hit director and above as fast as possible so we could get paid on all 7 generations. And sure enough, it only takes, well, at least at the time, it only took 8 people personally enrolled for you to become a director. So we had surpassed that in the first month. That's easy peasy. Mm-hmm. Okay. So to be able to hurry up and get the 7% on as many generations as you can, right? Going as deep as you can, and then focusing on going wide, right? You want to go as wide as you can handle. So going as wide as 8 people is kind of a bit much, especially if you're new. So you want to be careful. But could you do more? Sure. So then you'd be building wide and deep within your organization. Okay. But that's how you get paid. 50% here, up to 20% here, and then 7% here. So don't be surprised, because a lot of times in companies, your first month you get more, and then the second month you're like, damn, what happened? Mm-hmm. This just isn't as bad as like Live Good, because Live Good, let me keep that opinion to myself. I ain't trying to have nobody sue me, child. But Live Good, you started off with, what was it? $25 commission, but then the next month is 25 cents commission. Yeah. That is a crazy. Okay. Anyway, this ain't like that. You will get a little less than half the months, after, but I guess you start to get used to that. And then you also can make up the difference by bringing in new people. Mm-hmm. Right. All right. These leadership points here.
So leadership points are a measurement of a leader's contribution towards helping others reach their goals. Leadership points qualify you for certain statuses and bonuses and allow you to earn commissions on customers enrolled by others in your marketing organization. How to earn leadership points. So whenever a preferred customer is enrolled, 5 leadership points are awarded. 3 points are awarded to the enroller, and 2 points are awarded to the person who made the presentation. An additional point is awarded to the presenter if the enrollee purchases a value pack. Every time a marketing executive advances to director or above, the enroller will receive 10 leadership points that month.
Okay.
I have to make sure I get my.
So let me break this down. When you, first of all, you cannot automate the process of enrolling a person into Melaleuca, because you have to physically be there to enter some information. And then you have to have the person fill out the info. You cannot fill out information on their behalf and stuff like that. Matter of fact, once you collect like their name and email and some other stuff, then Melaleuca is going to send them an email that they have to open, and like it's they make it so that it's like, oh no, this needs to be the person signing up and you need to be there with them. So when you enroll someone, these leadership points are spread out depending on what your role was in it. So for example, if you have your sponsor, your upline, who is constantly doing the presentations for you and all that kind of stuff, on the honor system, you are supposed to put their name in there for the person who made the presentation so they can get their 2 points. Now, if you don't do it, I don't know, but you're supposed to do it, okay? Now, if you're the one who did it yourself, you would get those 2 points, plus you would get the 3 points for enrolling, so you'd have 5, right? But if your sponsor did the presentation or made a video for you to send out or whatever, then the 2 points needs to go to that person, and then the other 3 go to you. Then you get an additional point if the person buys a value pack. It's close to impossible for a person to not buy a value pack because it doesn't make sense to not buy one. If you were to buy all of the products in their value pack separately, it would be much more. And they do that on purpose. It's like when you first come in to shop with them, they're trying to give you access to as many of their products as you can so that you fall in love with at least 1 or 2 of those products and you have a reason to buy month to month. Now, I got to say this is really good about Melaleuca because they've got over 400 products at this point, maybe over 500. I don't know. It's been years, but they never wanted a person to feel like they were buying the same thing over and over again. And I actually heard from a friend of mine, I was going to offer Melaleuca to, and they had told me they had already been in it before, and they still got stuff in their cabinets from when they were buying product a few years back. And I'm like, but how though? Because another thing I can tell you about Melaleuca is their products are amazing. They really are. Those products work. They're high quality and definitely worth every penny that you spend on them. My issues with Melaleuca was some other things. We're going to get into that later. But in terms of their products and in terms of, the value packs and everything, like, yeah, it made sense. It made so much sense for you to get a bigger pack because it was like you saved over 50% getting a value pack, sometimes even more than that if you got the bigger packs. So, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so bonuses. You're paid bonuses whenever you advance in status, when your personal enrollees advance, when you focus on Melaleuca's critical activities, and when you qualify for a monthly financial wellness bonus. So, advancement bonus. You will earn an advancement bonus each time you advance to a new status. The higher the new status, the larger the bonus.
Hold up. What's that asterisk next to new status?
Advancement bonuses start at director status.
Okay.
There are 49 statuses. Now, that's a lot of statuses for network marketing, or whatever type of company they want to call themselves.
Just don't say MLM.
Yeah.
I think you can say network marketing, but we ain't sure. So
Okay.
for a company
Yeah.
online.
Yeah. They don't call them ranks or anything. They call them statuses, and there's 49 of them. But because they divide them up between 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like 9 stages of each rank. So that's why. But
yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah.
I see Ray J said, yes, I credited the presentation host, but when I presented, I was told I didn't qualify for the credit because I had not done enough presentations, and I did 10. What?
Lies, because you can put your name in there. I
want to know who told you that, girl.
You put whatever name in there, who did the presentation. Ain't no, I'm looking at the comp plan, it ain't saying no, oh, you qualify. No.
Yeah. That's weird. I wonder who told you that, because even when I had people, because I like to do stuff in a group effort. We know Ray J. So it was like, if we did it as a group, then whoever came in, because you can't put all, like I remember doing one where 3 of us presented. You can't put all 3 of our names on there. So anybody who was invited by them or their downline, they got the credit for that, so that they could get even more points, But anyway, I don't know. So these are your Pacesetter bonuses, which I love because I like a challenge. I like those fast start type of bonuses, and that's what Pacesetter is. Mm-hmm. So if you can hit director within 2 months after you've enrolled, then you'll get the Pacesetter bonus. They didn't say the dollar amount of what that is just yet, but I know that they will, because they are detailed about their comp. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So for the Pacesetter, so you have to review this video first to be qualified to get the Pacesetter. So it's called the foundation video.
No wonder we're looking at
it
the EU. European. Got it. My bad. Y'all spell enroll with 1 L's, because I don't believe you. I don't remember seeing that nowhere, child. But go, okay.
So should we look for the US one?
We might need to, because this ain't. But it says it says English.
Yeah, but all right. So let me search
hold on.
for.
While you do that, I'm gonna keep chewing. Yeah, I was gonna say Germany, child.
Yeah, this is Germany. So, I mean. Is this updated? This is, I don't know if this is supposed to be a date or what. No date down here, but that says copyright 2016. This is 5/16, so I don't think that's recent.
I wish we still had a copy of ours from 2020. There's a picture right there.
That's just that one page, though. Need the whole thing.
True.
Yeah, I don't know. We might just have to look at the. I mean, because it's. Click on this one, right? Yeah, that's the old one.
Yeah, just curious to see if there's anything that would make it not applicable to the states. So far, it's in alignment with everything I remember from 3 years ago. So far so good, but there are sometimes in different countries they'll have to tell you different things.
Yeah, so
like that. The money.
We're in euros,
right?
So why is it so hard to find?
No. Isn't that the same thing? I wonder why the flipping book is available in.
Maybe this is it. $2023.
There we go.
Dang.
Just got dollars in it, right? Just got dollars.
Yeah.
Now we talking. Okay. Yeah, it's coming back to me. It's looking familiar. So yeah, Pacesetter.
All right. So yeah, watch the foundations video in your month of enrollment, or the following month, you'll be eligible for the Pacesetter program. To receive the Pacesetter bonus, you must advance to each status within a specific timeline. Each status has a different timeline. See the table. The Pacesetter program will pay you double the advancement bonus each time you advance through the director and senior director ranks, as long as you advance before the deadline for the corresponding status. So here are the statuses in the timeline. So months after enrollment. So in order to get the Pacesetter bonus, which is basically a double of your advancement bonus, you have to hit director 2 months after enrollment, director 2, 3 months after enrollment, and so on and so forth.
Before 2 months after your enrollment. If you hit it within
2 months, within 2 months after. And then for senior director and above, there's these timelines here. But the timeline is how many months after achieving senior director. Right. So of course, not an enrollment, you'll be too far, but like they count it from the month that you achieve senior director.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can tell you this is easy to hit if you know what you're doing. And I will say their compliance guidelines are very strict in a lot of ways, including on social media. You can't do like you see some of these fools out here doing, talking about some, hey, join our opportunity today. You're not even allowed to mention that Melaleuca has a business side online. You cannot bring that up. You cannot mention their income opportunity at all. And they have a compliance department who are some of the best spies ever. It's like they're retired CIA agents, because they will be all on your behind looking at your stuff. And I don't even know how they find your social media, because it's not like they ask for it, but they will find you and they will be watching you. And one move that you make on your social media that they catch a whiff that you might be talking about Melaleuca, they will hold your check. They will, let me be as accurate as I can be. They will send you an email from the compliance department saying, hey, we think that this post you have here, screenshot, might be talking about the Melaleuca business opportunity, which is against our policy, blah, 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 right? They give you time to respond. But if you don't respond fast enough, if you don't respond to their liking, they have the right to hold your check and not pay you under their discretion. I don't like that. And I told them I didn't like it. Yeah, I told them where they could go. I said that the first, because for somebody like me, who prides herself in knowing how to be a professional online, and when I present something online to people, I'm not spamming them. I'm not doing, anything crazy. And then for you to still come at me like that and be like, oh, what are you talking about? What did you just post about? And one time they sent me a compliance email about a post that I said, I followed exactly word for word what you all have in your policy to do. What are you talking about? And I screenshotted and sent them something off their own policy page. And then they were like, oh, okay. Thanks for replying. And then they stopped.
They don't even know their own policy.
Right. That was stupid. Whoever the hell that was, maybe she fired now. But I was hot because I'm like, how dare you? Anyway, so I'll give you a little bit of background information as to why we say it's really easy to hit these levels, okay? We were not in Melaleuca for long because we started having some issues with them because They will tell you, oh, you can be an entrepreneur. You can do other things besides Melaleuca until you can't. I'm going to get into that. But for me to have that experience and for you to have that experience and for my best friend and my mentor to have that experience, obviously there's something in their policy that's very gray that if you're somebody that plans on creating multiple streams of income outside the company, I wouldn't recommend that you join a company like this.
I'm gonna leave that to the end though. We didn't even do the
Okay, I'm just saying it now, and I have to say it in that way so I cover myself. Okay, but yeah, it gets crazy. Anyway, we got in here and went all the way to senior director in less than half the time, 5 months. So it's not hard to do. They give you 12 months to hit it after you enroll. It's not hard. We did it half the time. Ray J, I think, said something about her hitting D3 2 months after her enrollment. Yeah, and you get 4 months. So they give you plenty of time to have the opportunity to earn the Pacesetter bonus. That I will say is fair.
Let's see, 2020 bonus. Marketing executives who achieve 20 active personally enrolled members within their first 4 months qualify for a one-time $500 bonus. Plus, as long as they maintain at least 20 active personally enrolled customers, they'll receive a 20% commission on their personally enrollees.
Right, like we saw in the earlier page.
I don't think I knew about this $500 bonus.
I think they had that. I knew it was the 2020. Yeah, they had the 2020 bonus.
Okay.
I can't remember if the dollar amount was different, but they did have a 2020 bonus. And by the way, you might be looking at this and thinking, go up a little bit. For the Pacesetter part, you're like, okay, they're giving you a timeline, but how much money do you get? It's going to show in their chart. So just hang tight. We're about to get to that.
Mentoring bonus. You can qualify to earn a mentoring bonus when your personal enrollees advance from one status to the next. You will earn an amount equal to the advancement or Pacesetter bonus paid to your advancing personal directors through the status of senior director. You will also be paid a set amount ranging from $2,200 to $5,000 for advancing personal senior director 2 through the status of executive director. You are paid in the same month your personal enrolled marketing executives are paid their advancement or Pacesetter bonus. You can qualify for the mentoring bonus by having a 3-month leadership point average of only 1 point for directors and directors 2, 5 points for directors 3 to 5, and 10 points for directors 6 or above. This will be, more illustrated once we get to the chart. But yeah, you kind of look at this as basically, you're trying to help your people advance. And when they do that and they get paid their bonus, you get kind of like a matching bonus to what they earn.
Oh, pause for a second, because I want to respond back. So she said her direct upline told her that and created her own slides too. Yeah, your upline didn't know what the hell they were talking about. I'm sorry. They might be a very nice person, but they didn't know what they were talking about, because I know that's not true. In terms of the fact that you have to do a certain amount of presentations to get the points. No, that person probably wanted you to keep putting them down as the presenter because they needed the points, is more than likely what the deal was. But because it's not about how many presentations you do, it's about how many people are signing up from your presentations so that when they sign up, they put your name there.
Yeah.
So if you've done 10 presentations and, you've got a person per presentation that came in, then you should have gotten a point for each one of those people, and it would have been 10 points. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's weird. Then she said, oh, yeah, we saw the one about D3 in 2 months. Upline, and her upline did other things prior and leverage Melaleuca to continue doing it. Yes. So here is the deal. They are watching you. If they see that it looks like you're trying to promote multiple things, including Melaleuca in that post, they will say something. If they think you're trying to offer something to people that are Melaleuca customers, they will say something. You have to be very careful. Now, depending on what status your upline is, Melaleuca might not care that much. But if you're somebody like me that started growing fast, they're watching. Right. Also, yeah, when you say they were doing other things prior, that's fine. It's fine if they were doing something before and then they got into that company. But once you're in that company, you cannot offer anything else to them after that. That's where the problem is. It's after, not before.
Yeah.
They had it in 2022 when I joined as a builder. I was a customer only back in 2009. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
So we got all that straight. Where were we? The expanded?
Expanded.
Okay.
Qualifying directors 3 and above receive 100% match of the one-time advancement bonus on each advancement of their personals from director through senior director. And when your personal advances from senior director 2 through executive director, you will earn a match of 100% of the mentoring bonus. So it's almost like, was it 2 levels of matches? Like you're going to match the bonus from your personal advancement, but you also match the bonus from their personal advancement as well.
Right. Which was really good money.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to show you.
All right. So to qualify for the expanded mentoring bonus, simply enroll an average of 2 customers per month, or develop and maintain 1 personally enrolled director every 3 months. Additionally, senior directors must have a 3-month average of at least 20 leadership points. Executive directors and above must have a 3-month average of at least 30 leadership points.
Yeah.
And it's 3-month rolling average with a minimum of 4 remaining active in a qualifying month. Monthly car bonus. Melaleuca will pay for a new car when you reach senior director. Melaleuca will pay for 2 new cars when you reach executive, national corporate, and presidential director. So they pay these in bonus. I mean, you use it for what you want,
right?
But they just call it a car bonus, and they'll pay you those every month as long as you stay qualified.
From what I recall, they'll still give you the $500 a month on your check, and then you would take that 500 and put it towards the car. But you'd see it line by line. Like, I wish I still had a back office snapshot of everything line by line. If I find something, maybe we'll come back and give you the link so you can see. But so they'll pay for 1 new car as a senior director, where they give you the 500. Now, if you're actually going to get a car with it, then what you have to do is go get the car, show them, send the paperwork into, like, when you hit senior director, they give you this whole senior director package in an email about what to expect, what to know, how to do the car bonus and all that stuff. So I got to look for that too. It's probably in an old email somewhere. But yeah, they pay for the 1 car there. Once you hit executive director, and remember, that's 10 more rank advancements, statuses from going from senior director to executive director. So at that point, then they do, you can do 2 new cars instead of 1. My upline, well, not my personal sponsor, but her sponsor, they hit executive director and they opted to get the 2 new cars. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I'll give y'all some tea later. Critical activity bonus. I don't know what that is.
Looks new to me.
Yeah.
You want to read them?
Directors 3 and above who have been enrolled with Melaleuca for at least 3 months and who have an average personal customer retention rate of 90 or higher can earn the critical activity bonus by focusing on critical growth producing activities. This very lucrative bonus rewards leaders who consistently enroll and retain new customers, develop personal leadership, and grow their business. I remember that there was a retention rate that you needed to keep. The company retention rate is always above 70%. But that's because they make you, I shouldn't say they make you, but it's very difficult for you to not be a customer of Melaleuca, even if you're a business builder. Like, you have to buy something of theirs, which technically makes you a customer. And then you have to do, last time we checked, 35 points a month in order to stay an active customer and continue getting the discounts and stuff, the discounted pricing. So, I mean, yeah, they're going to have a high retention rate because you're on an auto ship. Customer or business builder, don't matter. You on auto ship. And then if you don't buy for that month, they still gonna send you some products, the backup order.
Yeah.
Right. So come on, bro. Anyway, Yeah. Now, like I said, for certain leadership levels, they required you to have a retention rate of like 80 or 84%. It was something like that. 90%? What the hell? That's interesting. I don't remember that at all. So yeah, Director 3 through Director 9 qualifications. You can earn a $250 critical activity bonus when you enroll an average of 4 new members a month over a 3-month period. So 4 new members a month for 3 months is 12 people in 3 months. Is that hard to do? No. Like I said, we did that in 1 month, not 3. So yeah, this average of 4 new members a month. Question is, do you have the skills to know how to bring in a person every week?
Mm-hmm. And then also compensation plan drives behavior in the field, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you know you need a retention rate, if people know they need a retention rate of 90% or higher in order to qualify for certain bonuses, they may be a little pressed to keep you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you fall off with your order or something like that,
they're gonna call
they're gonna call you.
Matter of fact, Melaleuca encourages that.
Mm.
They will give you a list of people in your back office of folks who didn't buy, folks who haven't bought in a while, all of that. And they encourage you to reach out and find some way to get those folks reactivated.
That can get annoying for customers.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. And so this 250 critical activity bonus can double to 500 when you do the following: enroll an average of 2 new members a month over a 3-month period, plus achieve new growth in your organization of at least 1, or grow your personally enrolled customers by at least 1 in the current month, or enroll an average of 4 new members a month over a 3-month period. I thought they just said the same thing up here. Oh, and number 2, sorry, develop a new personal director or director 3 in the current or prior 2 months. Okay, so if you do this, you can have an average of 4 new members a month over a 3-month period, and then you'd also develop a director or director 3 in the current or prior 2 months. You can get, you can double this. Or if you do these 2 right here, enroll an average of 2 new members a month over a 3-month period. Instead of 4, it can be 2, but you also have to achieve this new growth of 1 personally enrolled customer, or at least 1. Hold on, what? Of at least 1 new growth in your organization of at least 1, okay, or grow your personally enrolled customers by at least 1. So
either a new person, a new business builder, or a new customer by 1.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, give you options. So it's a little flexible. Senior director and above qualifications.
Damn, there's more to
this. You can earn the critical activity bonus when you do the following. So this was for director 3 through director 9. This is for senior directors and above. So you gotta enroll an average of 2 new members a month over a 3-month period, plus achieve new growth of at least 1, or grow your personal enrolled customers by at least 1. So same thing is up there.
Mm-hmm.
Or enroll an average of 4 new members a month over a 3-month period. So they don't lax on the amount of people that you got to do when you hit senior and above. It's going to be 4 regardless, unless you do this and this. But if you don't get the new growth, you got to have at least 4. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Or is this number 2? This is part of this. Okay. Number 2, develop a new personal director or director 3 through senior director in the current or prior 2 months. The bonus is double when you develop a new personal director 3.
Yeah. Yeah, this wasn't here before.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, they have something called critical activities. Like when you first join, a part of watching a Pacesetter video, they've got some other things in the back office that they want you to go through, some materials and training and stuff like that. I didn't really need to use their training because I already know what to do. So I was like, thanks, but no thanks. And even Ray J said that the critical activity bonus is new, but not the critical activities themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had, what was it, 7 critical activities or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, the 90% is crazy. That's new to me too.
Yeah.
These bonuses are great.
Mm-hmm.
And there are pros and cons to both, and we'll get into that in a little bit, but I'm curious to see what else is new.
Yeah. All right.
Oh yeah,
So
bitches. Okay, so
here's the
that was being recorded. So just so we're clear, okay, because you got the peg and the thing and the stuff. Yeah. So we're gonna focus on the main things that will help you to, advance and get the kind of money you want to make and all that kind of stuff. So the number of active personal customers is here. That's going to be important. So remember that. Your average monthly leadership point production, I never really looked at that because it's kind of like you're going to hit that. You're probably going to surpass that every single time. So you don't have to worry too much about that. Now, your monthly organization volume is important. But again, what's cool is if you are bringing folks in where you know that they have to do a minimum monthly amount of points, you can kind of plan for how much you're going to be bringing in every month in terms of your points. So although a person might come in on bare minimum 50 points, you can calculate an average of 50, or you can calculate the minimum 35. So for example, if we go in and take a look at 1,000 points, right, for you to hit Director 2. Right. So if you're at 1,000 points and your average customer your average customer brings in 50 points, orders 50 points, you're going to need at least 20 people to make sure that you are hitting the 1,000 points every month so that you don't go down from a Director 2. You're not going to lose your title of Director 2, but you won't get paid as a Director 2. You're going to start getting paid as a director if you don't have those points, right? So you need 20 people for that. Now, if you're focusing on the minimum, like people have to do 35 points and you need 1,000 points a month. I'm sorry, what did I say? I said you needed 50 people for the hold up.
You said 20.
I clicked something. I clicked, was that right? I hate this calculator because sometimes it thinks I'm pressing the thing. So hold on, let me do it again. 1,000 points. And your average person does 50. Yeah, you need 20 people. Now, if you're doing 35, yeah, you need 29 people, right? So if you already know in your head, okay, I want to focus on making sure I've always got at least 29 active people in, then you'll probably surpass 1,000 points every single month to make sure that you never lose your Director 2 status, right? You need the 10 customers and the 1,000 points, of course. Now, where it also starts to get interesting is your PEG, the personal enrollee group volume. That gets crazy. I'm going to try to skip that. What?
Well, okay. Well, you want to explain what it is, though? Because you got
go ahead.
Because you got the organization volume and your personal enrollee group volume. Personal enrollee group is basically everyone connected to you through generations. So
right.
Your people you enrolled and that they enrolled and so on. Not anyone that was placed in your organization, like that. It has to be somewhat, it has to be connected to you generationally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you will, you can have, people in your team that are placed there for organizational structure purposes. Exactly. So those don't count when you're looking at the PEG, the PEG.
Right. Which is why for the sake of this video, we're not really going to look at this, but it is something that you would need to hit the requirement for. Your active personally enrolled directors. So anybody that you enrolled that becomes a director, meaning they have at least 8 people, right? Then that will be here. And then any active personally enrolled senior directors. Mm-hmm. So those are the requirements on this side. Bonuses and commissions are on this side. Here's Pacesetter, if you were wondering. So the Pacesetter section would mean that you would get this amount instead of the regular advancement bonus, not in addition to, in place of, okay?
Then I thought they said they doubled that though. So why is it like times 3? For the first 2, the director.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'd have to go back and check. Then you got your mentoring bonus. an expanded mentoring bonus, right? So this is the amount that you would get on a personal, and this will be on your personal's personal. There's an asterisk here, and I can't remember why. As a qualifying mentor, you will earn an amount equal to their advancement or Pacesetter bonus, depending on which one they hit. So the question would be, did they hit the Pacesetter bonus, or did they advance but not fast enough to get their Pacesetter? So you're going to get a match to whatever they got. So for example, right here, it's got $100 with an asterisk because that's the advancement bonus. But if your director hit the 300, you'd get the 300 match.
Yeah. So this advancement bonus is what you get for advancing, right? This is what you get for advancing in Pacesetter, right? This is what your personally enrolled will get, and you would get a match of that depending on how fast they hit it. It's either going to be this, or if they hit the Pacesetter, you get this as well. And then the people that your personals enrolled is here. And this is what they would get, and you would get a match depending on if they hit Pacesetter or if they did it in regular time. So yeah. Did you ever pay attention to this last time? Potential organization commissions?
No, I don't think I ever understood that part. I don't know.
Yeah, because as you go down, yeah. So
the potential organization commission available to you, I guess that's your cap.
Well, let me see.
The potential you could earn from commission. And I guess that would be out of your pay. What is this? Not sure.
I don't really know. Because if your organization is
I'm trying to remember what my check looked like. Oh, that was spicy.
What was the top enrollment pack? How many points? 150? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we'd have to come back on that one. I don't remember. Sorry. Unless they describe it a little bit later, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
So anyway, so as you can see, right around here was where we were that first month. However, I didn't have the personally enrolled directors yet. So I was stuck at director 2 the first month. And then I finally helped somebody become a director in the second month because they came on a little late in the month when I joined. So once that happened, I hit 3. And then I think I skipped 4 and hit 5, skipped 6 and hit 7, skipped 8 and 9 and hit senior.
Now, when you say skip, you still, got paid that bonus for that rank, right? And moved on and on, and every rank in between, like you got that bonus and that bonus, they stacked up. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll stack it. It's not like you're going to miss the commission if you skip. I'm just saying I wasn't given that official title because I surpassed what was required.
Yeah. And so, and being that they pay the commissions on a monthly basis, you'll only see your title when that commission is paid at the end of at the end of that cycle. So
technically I hit, like, to go from 3 to 5, technically I hit both 4 and 5 that month, but I'm titled 5, but I still would have gotten the commissions, the $1,000 commission for hitting 4, the $1,000 commission for hitting 5. And then, as you could see, you had to get one more director in order to do that. So when they hit director in the Pacesetter time and got 300, I got 300 on top of all the other 2 bonuses.
Yeah. So that's important to remember. They all stack up. Yeah. And the way it can really enroll, because the way they have it structured makes it where you can generate a significant amount of income up front based on the bonuses, because if you're these ranks are so close together, you got to look at how much monthly organization is required to hit certain ranks, right? And so if your team is growing, especially if you're doing those enrollment packs, it's not going to be too difficult to go from a director 2 to a director 3. The only thing that may be in your way is developing another active director, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you hit these ranks. So just imagine yourself, you hit these ranks, but then you have other people that are moving through the statuses as well.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're doing it in Pacesetter time, that money is doubling plus their people as well. So you have your folks, you're matching your folks, plus you're matching their folks as well. Plus you get your own bonus for ranking up yourself. Yeah. And so it can just all I'll
give you an example. So by the time we were at, I think 7, or were we at senior by then? I can't remember. Let's just say we were at senior. Okay. The same month that we hit senior, we had 2 people hit director 5. And one of the reasons why one of them hit director 5 was because their personal hit a director 3 and the person under them hit director, which is what helped that person hit director 3. Mm-hmm. And this was the director's first month, the director 3's first month. Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's what was super cool about that. Mm-hmm. So what ended up happening was I got my Pacesetter bonus of 4,000 plus my director 5. I got a match on her. So she hit in Pacesetter time of 1,000. So I got another 1,000. That puts me at 5,000 already, right? But then her person hit director 3. So she would be my personal's personal. So I would get 500 for that. So I'm at 5,500 already just in bonuses. Now this can be a blessing and a curse because it's great that you're getting these bonuses, but I don't like bonus heavy comp plans because you get all excited about having made all this money, but it was a one-time pay because it's a bonus. It's not a monthly bonus. So don't get too excited. Once it's paid, that's it. And now you have to continue working to keep getting bonuses and bonuses and bonuses. And again, it's a gift and a curse because although it's great, the concept of wanting to help other people, right? You don't go too far in advance where you're way at the top and your people, there's such a big gap income-wise between you and your people. I understand all of that, but it's a curse when you're the type of person like me, a red personality, ready to go. Let's do this. Let's make things happen. And you got folks that are not like you and they're dragging their feet or they got mindset problems talking about, I don't know if I can do it. I had somebody that would cry to me once a month. Once the checks went out and the awards for status advancements, and this person was trying to hit this one goal and didn't hit it, crying about that. I'm like, you ain't got time to cry. It's time to work. You don't have time for this. That annoys me because I'm like, you can do this. You're messing up my ratio. Look at you can do this. I know you can do this. I'm trying to help you do this. And, you got to a point with some folks, I would have people that are this close to hitting director, but they're not willing to take that extra step to get to that point. I had somebody that was stuck at 6 people for 3 months. I'm like, I know you're behind. Need to go out here and go pick up the damn phone, get on the internet, have a conversation with somebody somewhere where you can get 2 people in a month. Ridiculous. It was driving me nuts. Then they hit director and don't do nothing. You're trying to help them hit director. You're talking to people for them. You're giving them a sign up, whatever. And they still they're not doing the work.
So this will drive you crazy because this comp plan is a rank advancement based comp plan as far as the bonuses go. It's very dependent on what other people do, right? And you can't help it so much. You can't do it for them, right? So that was one of the things that kind of got annoying about this type of comp plan. Yes, the bonuses were great, but man, if you have people dragging their feet, it will hold you back from certain bonuses. And sometimes those bonuses will be significant.
Yeah.
Right. Especially if they could potentially stack.
And not only holding you back from bonuses, but holding you back from advancing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
I probably could have hit senior director a month earlier.
And so you'll see certain comp plans that are volume based, right? Where they'll just say you need to have this amount of volume in the organization, just divided up evenly between, not a whole bunch of volume in like one leg, but they'll be volume based where it's like as long as you have this much volume in your organization, maybe some other requirement, you can advance, as opposed to something like this where it's like you need volume, but you also need to have this amount of people at this certain rank or this certain title. That is an extra requirement that a lot of times can be very difficult to do. Mm-hmm. Because you don't have people that have the same, drive as you or experience or skills or all of that stuff. So,
yeah. So, yeah, it was a little bit annoying because I was at a point where, damn, I feel like, oh, no, okay. I was at a point where, I had my directors, I had more, like even once I hit senior director, mm-hmm. I stalled after that because I had more, I think I had 8 directors at the point that I was a senior director, but the points were getting to us, right? I had surpassed the 20 people a long time ago. Mm-hmm. The points were getting to me because one thing that used to drive me nuts was the PEG versus the organizational volume. Mm-hmm. I, to this day, don't understand. Like, there would be times where it was showing me my PEG was bigger than my organizational volume. Exactly. And I would call corporate and be like, what does this mean? And they would say a bunch of words. And I'd be like, what? Okay, no, my bye. Like, I just, it was driving me nuts. Another thing I didn't like about the comp plan was you got a goal to hit, right? You got a goal you're trying to hit. They don't tell you in your back office how close you are to the goal. It's blank. You don't know how many points you have. You don't know what your organizational volume is in any given month. You will not. The only points that you know for sure are the new points that come in. Because if they came in on a pack, you know how many points that is. But unless you call every single person in your organization and ask them, how many points did you buy this month? Mm-hmm. How many points you get? You won't know because it's not going to show in your back office until the cutoff date. So on the 30th or the 31st of the month, you're sitting there, you up late at night, trying to hurry up and get all the points you can and arrange people in your organization. Like we would sit there and do that till, well, I think it was 1 or 2 in the morning Eastern, because they did it based on midnight Mountain Time. Mm-hmm. So yeah, 2 in the morning Eastern Time, we would be up. It would be me, my sponsor, on occasion, that sponsor, my sponsor. Sometimes it's a cross-line leader who knows how to organize folks really well. We'd be begging, can you like hook us up with the team? How do we put the people under? And they'd be trying to help us. Child, crazy.
Yeah. Wow.
It was crazy. Versus something like partner.co had a system designed to make sure you got the most.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or versus all kinds of MDC or different places where they show you how many points you got.
Yeah. There's a real time meters and things that'll show you how close you are from achieving. Like, yeah. I mean, with the complexity of comp plans these days, that is absolutely needed. Like, I don't understand. Well, they say they want to leave people in the dark so that they don't like manipulate the comp plan and all of this stuff. But I'm like, I mean, you kind of need to be able to manipulate it because then you open the doors up for people leaving money on the table, right? Which they wouldn't know.
It's not so much about manipulation; it's about leveraging it
and maximizing.
Right? Yeah. How am I supposed to make sure that we, do everything that we can when I don't know what to do because I don't know how many points I've got?
Yeah,
that was freaking annoying.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they've changed that since then. I hope so, but that drove me crazy.
Ray J said,
yeah.
I was taught go for no. They would not give us a list. I asked and they said they didn't have a list. Then right after I left last August, they told the people you can get the list as senior director. I guess a list of the people who didn't order or something. Or a list of everybody. Which list are you talking about? I hate I was not on your team when I was there. I would have had the proper skill
Girl,
and would be high ticket with
Hey, look,
yeah.
If Melaleuca hadn't done such shady stuff to me and my husband and my best friend and some old folks I ain't even gonna get into, if they hadn't done it, we would still be there. Y'all know we're all about commitment. We're big on commitment. When we plant our flag somewhere, we plan to stay there. You got to do something really effed up for us to be like, oh, we leaving, which is what we had to do.
It was absolutely ridiculous. I don't know, like you never think that type of stuff would be going down. It was ridiculous.
And then when I found out some more stuff from some other people and their experiences,
and some high, some other high leaders left that were making a significant amount of money. If you're making a significant amount of money, you just leave. Like there's something wrong. Yeah, there's something wrong.
We were bringing in 5 figures a month. We walked away from it because what was more important than that, since we had to choose between the two, was our dignity and our integrity.
Sanity, jeez.
Insanity.
Rob is on. Hey, Rob. I hated my livelihood being in the hands of non-doers. That drive me crazy in the notes. And the note takes not even following. Oh, yeah, note takers not even following their own training.
Sure.
Listen, I don't even take notes no more. You know why? Because I never look at them again.
Yeah, I do.
I don't even take notes, man. I'll listen, I'll do it, and then I'll just remember it, bro. Because I
take notes, and I created my own personal shorthand so I can get all my notes down.
Okay.
And then I'll go back and I'll look over it and create a plan for my notes. Yeah. So that's how I do it. But yeah, so now when you get to senior director, well, beyond senior director, now you're seeing 10% of the true peg, 20% true peg.
Yeah.
What is all that? It depends on, how your organization looks. So you can't really get into that, but you can see the money in terms of like your bonuses on the people that you help to develop and stuff like that. Yeah. So by the time I hit senior director, we left the company right around the time I was close to senior director 2. So I never really went beyond that. But again, I hit senior director in 5 months. It was such potential. I had a game plan for hitting executive director within about 3 months from hitting senior. And I was working toward that. And again, I missed director 2 by just this much. And so I was like, well, I want to surpass that. And I'm going to go to either 3 or 4. Like I was trying to get down the chart as fast as I could. And I wasn't even concerned about the money. I mean, I was, but the challenge was hitting these statuses, right? And how many could I skip? That was where I was focused. And I wanted to get to executive director for, to get the second car, right? I wanted to have one for me, one for my daughter. Like I was thinking about stuff like that. I wanted to hit national by, I think, Christmas of that year. No. I wanted to hit executive by no later than Christmas. I wanted to hit national by my birthday in February. So I had my plan mapped out. I knew what the hell I was going to do.
Yeah.
But that's when everything hit the fan, was right around October. So before Christmas even came, it was like I wasn't going to move forward. Yeah.
She said list of everybody. All right, cool.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's what it was. I know I had a list where I could see all the stuff, and maybe it wasn't until I hit senior. I can't remember, but I do remember having a list of people and who was active, who was not active, who was running the risk of getting purged from our list and all that kind of stuff. And yes, we were encouraged to encourage our people to go out here and talk to folks about reactivating their account.
Yeah. All right, 30 minutes. So now let's talk about residuals, because that should be the main thing that you're shooting for, is residuals, right?
Yeah.
The steady monthly ongoing income. And so, to get a roundabout figure of what your residual would be, you just take your monthly organizational volume and take 7% of that.
Mm-hmm.
And you can figure that as, your estimate of residuals. So, looking at, let's say you wanted to hit 10,000 a month in residuals, right? In residuals itself, that means that you would have to have about 143,000 in organizational volume, which will put you national to national two.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's pretty high up. That's in the upper echelons of the comp plan.
And that's pretty accurate. Well, national directors that I knew, when we looked at their checks, depending on where they were, because you got national director from up to national director 9, right? But yeah, it would definitely be 5-figure residual, anywhere from 10,000 to 20,000 is what I've seen.
Yeah. And this is the advancement bonus you get, right? So if you have volume of 140,000 at national and you're getting a 10% advancement bonus, your advancement bonus might be around $14,000.
Mm-hmm.
Right. This doesn't count any bonuses of other advancement bonuses and things like that. This is just your residual and your potential advancement bonus. So yeah. And then to hit the top of the comp plan, as far as like how many personally enrolled active directors you have to have, it looks like that number is 10.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. So
that was what we were encouraged to do.
So starting at executive director, you need to have 10 personally enrolled active directors or above to maintain these ranks. So yeah, it just builds on each other. And then this column was seniors. Active personal seniors. So then starting at the rank of executive director 3, you need to have at least one personally enrolled active senior director. And then you max that out at active senior directors. Okay, so then the number goes down because I guess they're expecting some seniors to turn executive. Mm-hmm. So you got 4 senior directors at national 2, and then it adds on. You need to have at least one personal executive director, and then you max that out. So it maxes out at, you need to have 5 personally enrolled executive directors. You don't have to have any personally enrolled senior directors after, at corporate and above, but then you have to have that 10 personally enrolled directors. So it can get a little bit funky at that point, because not only are you having to track your organizational volume, but also how many of these ranks do I have personally enrolled, right? Things like that. So whereas on the opposite, as for volume-based comp plan, you don't necessarily have to worry about what ranks are being hit below you as long as the volume is there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And thing about that is, most of us build a business hoping to eventually make it passive income, right? We don't want to treat this like a job where we have to show up every day and perform every day and hit this and hit that every day. We want to eventually be able to kick back, relax, be on the back of a yacht somewhere, sipping out of a coconut shell, Mm-hmm. Hard to do when the compensation plan is so heavily focused on bonuses, because they know what you're going to do. They know you're going to look at this and be like, look at all that money. It'll be worth it for me if I work towards this goal. And that's how I was. I was so mentally used to working hard that compared to what I did before as a hairstylist, this was nothing to me. Mm-hmm. So I would put in the extra effort and put in the extra work and help develop the directors and all of that. Like I said, I had about 8 by the time I was ready to leave out, as far as I can remember. But child, there's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And then my residuals was garbage. I was like, how do you make 5 figures a month, but only about 1,000 to 2,000 is your residual, right? I can't live off of that. Not the lifestyle I live, y'all know. So that wasn't going to work for me. And I realized, oh my gosh, because it's so bonus heavy, I'm going to be working like that forever. Wow. And then I noticed it clicked for me. The national directors that I knew, the corporate directors that I knew, they were working their butts off. You always saw them doing a presentation, doing a live, doing it. And I was like, that's what I have to look forward to? No, thanks. Mm-hmm. When I've seen other people in other companies who were making more and doing a lot less, you didn't see them so active and all over the place doing presentations 3 times a week and stuff. Oh my gosh, no, you didn't see that.
Yeah. And so
and there aren't that many presidential directors either,
right.
Just so y'all know. Can you scroll down to that? I think there's 2 last time I checked.
So would that be 70,000 just on the residual aspect? We're doing $1 million.
Yeah.
All right. So one of the first things we want to kind of get straight is the true peg. Yeah. Right. If that's defined down here.
It is, but good luck.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to go back up, but we kind of wanted to get this straight because it's part of the comp plan. So the regular peg, personal enrollee group volume, is the total organization volume of a marketing executive's personal enrollees in any given month. Mm-hmm. Right. So remember, your personal enrollees, your front line, their volume, right? They're all of their organization's volumes. So pretty much is your any volume stemming from people that you personally enroll, right? That's your personal enrollee group. What is the true peg, though? The true personal enrollee group volume. That is the total organizational volume of a marketing executive's personal enrollees in any given month. Contrary to how PEG is calculated, true PEG counts each customer's monthly purchase volume only once, even though that customer might be under several personal enrollees in the marketing organization. It might be under, that one customer might be under several personal enrollees. Oh, I get it. Yeah. So your front line, you personally enroll, right? But you can also personally enroll someone, but put them somewhere else. You can put them under someone you personally enroll, but you still personally enroll them, right? So that means that if that person has a customer and you place them there, they're only going to count that volume once for that customer, instead of saying, hey, you place this person under person A. So person's A organizational volume includes the person you placed there, and then would also count that volume again because you personally enrolled them. Mm-hmm. Instead of doing that, they only count it once. So that's how that. I can't really explain it without pictures, but that's kind of like what they're saying. I believe. Okay. All right. So let's go back up. Anything that we need to do we need to go through all of these, or just any pertinent stuff? We know what leadership points are. Leadership required. Directors who produce less than 1 leadership point in the last 3 months may earn up to 100 in organization commissions. So yeah, those leadership points are important, because if you don't earn enough leadership points as a director, then you can't earn but $100 in organization commissions. There's limits on order size. So commissions are paid on the first 150 product points that a customer purchases each month. No commissions are paid on amounts exceeding 150 product points. A marketing executive's organization volume will include a max of 150 product points per month per customer.
I don't remember that before. Oh, yeah, you couldn't do any more than 150 of your own points.
I remember that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. You can't get paid on more than 150.
That's crazy.
Yeah. No commissions paid on backup orders during the first 3 months. So commissions will only be paid on the customer's first 3 months of purchases if the customer actually places an order. In other words, the backup orders and customized backup orders are not commissionable in the first 3 months. Now, you got to explain this what the backup order is and everything. Your every customer is kind of like placed on like an auto ship purchase. But not an auto ship because you have to go shopping for what you want, right? Go shopping for what you want. But if you don't shop that month, there's a backup order that you kind of create when you set up your account, and they automatically charge your card and they'll send you the backup order, right? They're like, oh, just in case you forget, or if you're on vacation or something like that. So they don't pay commissions on the backup orders. Now they're saying for the first 3 months of a customer coming in, but like after that, if a backup order goes out, then it is commissionable. Okay. So yeah, so I guess they're probably protecting themselves against a person, it's a new customer. If they didn't place an order, they may actually just want to cancel or something like that. So I guess maybe in order to prevent having to charge back a commission or something like that, they won't pay it at first. Do we have to go through that? Not really.
No. You guys can kind of go over this part of things for yourself. If we weren't clear, then we just want you to know that they do make it clear here for you to go through. They also have home security. So how you, so they have health and wellness products. They have a credit card you can apply for. That ain't like Transact Jail. They got security, home security, and there was something else. I can't remember now. But what the Riverbend Ranch?
Yeah, I'm about to get to that.
Probably selling the meat.
So this thing up here, additional first generation positions, realizing that it's kind of like a matrix that opens up positions. Exactly. As you get more directors, you'll be able to add another person front line. There's no frontline room for you to add anybody until you start creating those directors.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, Riverbend. To qualify for Riverbend Ranch commissions, marketing executives must have an active Riverbend Ranch subscription or designate one of their personally enrolled customers who has an active subscription as their personal production account. Marketing executives are eligible to receive commissions on the product points produced by all customers within their organization who subscribe in the same month or any month after the marketing executive subscribes. So this is like a separate thing, seems like.
That's what it seems like to me.
Okay. Okay, an additional corporate director information to qualify for the corporate director bonus, including $100,000 corporate director advancement bonus. You must maintain corporate director status for 3 consecutive months with 5 commission rate personal executive directors, blah, 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 blah. So for higher ranks and bonuses you achieve at higher ranks, it's common we'll see that you have to maintain that rank for such amount of months. Yeah. I think one of the companies we did was like, what did Starker say? Maintain for 6
for a whole
months?
year.
A whole year?
I thought it was a year. It was either 6 months or it was a year.
It was a long time.
A very long time. Another thing that is not listed here that I know, when you hit a certain level, and again, every time you like senior director and above, so when you hit senior executive director, national, corporate, they give you this packet of information. And once you hit a certain level here in Melaleuca, it's like you're encouraged, not required, but highly encouraged to, show your leadership through speaking at events and stuff like that for them, which means you're going to become one of the familiar faces of the company, which will make it hard for you to be able to offer anything else to anybody.
Yeah. Rob says, Val, the way you're doing those sounds like you're about ready to get out the fan.
Yep. Yep. And then Ray J said, I was told I had to shop with the customer when they enrolled and could not leave them to shop on their own the first time. Made me hate shopping. Yeah, you're gonna have to be on there with them to help them shop so that they get a pack. Mm-hmm. What you want them to do is just agree to get the pack, and then you're in and out, right? you tell them, you know, get the $2.99 pack because it gives you the biggest savings and the best opportunity to see what you like and what you don't like here, so that you know what you want to start shopping for here without buying the same thing over and over and getting bored, and then you don't shop here anymore. Right. So it's stuff like that. But yeah, Chad, they done started selling meat and everything now, Chad. What else? So real quick, we got 9 minutes to oh yeah, we gotta go over the income statistics and then give you some tea if we got time. If not, we'll do another video for it.
All right. So income statistics as of 2022, so last year. The majority, 82% of those who buy Melaleuca products each month are strictly customers. They're not interested in building a business, yada yada.
That's because they don't know, because you're not allowed to tell them that there is a business opportunity. And so that leaves people wondering, well, how do I tell people about it? Right? So come on, bro. All right. Anyway, plus all the business builders are also customers. So you get to count that in your calculations.
So I think because in order to be a product advocate, how many people do you have to refer to at least two customers, right? People who come in and haven't referred anybody, they'll consider them customers, even though they may be trying to enroll people. Right. If they haven't enrolled anybody, they'll just put them in a customer only category. Doesn't mean that they're not trying, though.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Ray J, I saw that. Like, because I was like, I saw somebody posting that I knew was in Melaleuca, and I was like, did they just say me?
Yeah.
I had to look it up.
Yeah. 8% are product advocates. So product advocates are people that have referred at least two customers. And a product advocate, let me see, a product advocate has at least one customer. A product advocate 2 has referred at least 2, and a product advocate 3 has referred at least 4 customers. So, and these are the average incomes for these product advocate through 3. What is this, annual? So the average annual income
is, just a few $100s for the year.
Yeah. You haven't done a lot of activities, so I mean.
Now we'll say this. The time that it took them to achieve the status will show you like how long a person stays here to see this through. It ain't like, what was that company we were looking at where almost 70% of the people who joined were gone within the first year.
Right.
This right here, 378 months.
Right.
That's a long time for somebody to be in here and they made no damn money yet.
How many months is that?
How many years you mean?
Yeah, years. 31 years.
Crazy. Yeah, because some people may have set out to only be customers for the longest time. And yes, Melaleuca's old. It's been around for what, like 40 plus years. So you'll have some customers that have been around for 30 something years. And then, maybe somebody's like, oh, I really like that candle you're using, that soy candle, or I like the laundry detergent you're using, and you tell them about it and they happen to buy something and bam, now you're a product advocate.
Yep.
So, yeah.
All right. And then up here, we got director 3. Did I skip any? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, where's director?
Beginning the business. So directors 1 through 2, that's about 10% of people. And average annual income is $2,073. And let's see.
On the high side is $333,000. You could be doing a lot to make that kind of money and still be director 1 or 2.
Yeah.
What the hell you doing? You ain't got nobody trying to be a director, Chad.
All right, directors 3 through 9. Average income is $9,700 to $35,000 a year. How many did they have percentage? Oh, percentage. So 2.5% director 3s, and then it goes down from there. Let's see. The senior directors 1 through 9 through corporate or presidential director.
Less than 0.1%. So I told y'all.
Yeah.
It's a handful of folks that are corporate or presidential directors. Handful. And from what I've heard over the past 3 years since we've been there's been quite a few corporate directors who left. And look at what corporate directors will be making, as high as in the millions. There's got to be a reason why people would leave.
Yeah.
And then we know somebody that left and then went back, but that's because they were desperate for money, child. That's what I think. Anyway, just my opinion.
You got senior director. What's interesting is that the senior director 1 through 9 is 1.8%. And then you got director 4 through 5 is 1.6. So almost the same amount of people.
Yeah, the bonuses definitely give you incentive to keep moving, so you can get higher up in the statuses for sure.
Yeah. Average income 63,000, then all the way up to $1 million a year.
Yeah, but you can see why, you know, the statistics ring true. 97% of all the people in companies like this, since I can't say those 3 letters, are not really making much money or doing very well, versus 3% who are. Because when you look at the percentages of leaders here, I mean, even as fast as we hit senior director, we would still only be, you know, the top 1.8%. So to us, it was nothing, but to your average marketer,
that's a big achievement.
Yeah, that's huge.
Not easy or whatever, not achieved by many people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's about it.
Yep. Only other thing I'll say is, you know, you want to be very careful. Look over the company policies, because every company will tell you, yeah, we encourage entrepreneurship, until they feel threatened.
Yeah.
And they leave all of this gray area in their policies and procedures. Anything that's gray, they leave it up to per our discretion. So they get to pick and choose on a case-by-case basis what they will allow you to do and not allow you to do. Now, you guys know we're coaches. I've had my coaching program since well before Melaleuca.
Yeah.
We were in Melaleuca 3 years ago. I've been doing coaching since 2016.
Yeah.
So 4 years ahead, and they were still having a problem with that. They wanted me to show, you know, proof that I wasn't trying to bring people into my coaching program.
Yeah.
Sunny created a system that we now use in something we own called the Profitpreneur, where the system allows you to be able to acquire customers for your business. They did not want him to use that for Melaleuca. They were like, we got our own system. And we want you to give us all the details and all the information and a list of the customers. And then they also did that with my best friend, who's even more successful than we are. She earned the car, all the stuff. And they told her they wanted a copy, and we got the receipts, but they told her that they wanted a copy of all of her customers, her customer list. That's illegal. They can't even request that. That is her trade secrets, intellectual property. Like, she's got so many legal protections to not have to show them that. And I still don't understand why it's not illegal for companies to withhold your check. If you did the work,
right,
you are entitled to your pay.
Yeah.
I don't care how upset they are about what you did or how you went about doing it. You accomplished the goal. The agreement between you and the company is you acquire customers for them so they don't have to pay to do it through advertising. So if you're bringing them customers and those customers are paying them money and they promised you a cut, then they owe you that cut.
Yeah.
And I really believe that if a class action was filed against companies that do that, or the FTC took a closer look at that, they would create some change there and require these companies to pay you what you earned. Yeah. Because you can't do that to employees, but because you're considered an independent contractor, I don't know if they consider that a breach of contract, therefore they don't have to pay it to you. But the breach would have happened after you've acquired the customers and they've earned all that money off you, you know? So I don't know. Anyway, we gotta go. Yeah. But yeah, we were like, hell to the no. We left behind that $10,000 a month and went and made it somewhere else. We good. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's the skills in the system.
Yep. So overall thoughts on the comp plan?
The comp plan is good for the person who does not care about setting a stable future. if you don't care much about stability and realizing one day you're not going to be in a position to be able to get up and work like crazy every day. If you want more peace of mind and you want to have a more relaxed lifestyle where you are earning residual passive income, this may not be the best thing for you because you got to work to get a bonus. And that's what in any company, not just Melaleuca. And since they're so bonus heavy, you're going to be doing a lot of work here.
And you're not really going to know where you're at until the end of the month,
right?
When it's time to get paid,
right? So,
yeah.
But in terms of the pay is really great. It's just it's just how you want to work for it.
Yeah.
But what I recommend, based on the experience that I had with uplines and downlines in Melaleuca, plus the experience I had with corporate when all this drama was happening with uplines and downlines. Would I recommend that you should partner yourself with them on an ethical level? No, because what they did, again, I had to do another video, but what they did, I felt was very immature and unprofessional. I'm always one who wants to open things up to dialogue if there's a problem. And there was a problem going on in my organization I didn't even know anything about. And Melaleuca's corporate office kept me in the dark on purpose and admitted it. They admitted it. So for you to do that and think that I'm still going to be able to trust you to work together to grow this business, no. So I left. And then once I said I was leaving, that's when they said, oh, hold on, let's talk about it. It's too late.
Yeah.
So anyway, gotta go. We got to jump into our coaching session. So excited. And hopefully we will see you inside. Click one of the links for you to join the Profitpreneur. And hopefully we will see you in there and we'll be able to help you grow your business too and understand your